today, there's never been a higher value placed on creativity. Creativity is the connective tissue, if you will, between all these wonderful opportunities that we have now to connect with people through technology.
On Friday the 19th of May, Leo Burnett shipped in the best creative minds from its network to Hong Kong for the annual Global Product Committee, an in-house judging exercise which allows creative directors from around the world to rate their colleagues' work. With the annual Cannes International Advertising Festival just around the corner, Marketing TV caught up with Leo Burnett Chairman and Worldwide CEO Tom Bernardin to find out what's behind the industry's renewed focus on creativity.
The thing that you got to remember is, if you think about our business and how it's developed, and I think Mad Men is probably a show that people are familiar with in Asia, and a lot of people talk about that being the halcyon days of advertising. That was when advertising was really great. Well, it's just not true. It's now when advertising is great. And the reason it is, and the reason why this is the best time to be in advertising from a creative agency standpoint, is because of the power of creativity and the value that our clients are placing on it. And the reason they are is because creativity is what links all these points of contact now that we have to link people together. And I think technology is empowering creativity versus in any way limiting it. And that's where we get the thrill going through these GPC and looking for different kinds of ways that we're able to use the creativity to connect with people.
So what exactly does this mean for the agency in Hong Kong? And how can its creative team benefit from a session like this? Hong Kong Managing Director Lillian Leong.
I think it's one of the most invaluable sessions that any creative want themselves to be in. First of all, it's really hard for us, to gather executive creative directors or different important creative figures across our network together, all in the same place, all in the same room, to look at and evaluate the creative works piece by piece, and also have creative exchange and on how why they are better and how they can be better. So it's like not only about critique, but it's also about inspiration on how to equip the minds and to learn from each other across the different cultures.
I mean, you get so busy in your day jobs. Do you ever have much time to sit back and look at the work that you do and put it in some context?
Our focus is moving from doing sheer advertising to creative products. It's not only about selling, advertising piece. It's not only about print ad, but creative solutions. If you look into the nature of creative solutions, there shouldn't be any boundaries. So our creative talent should be bound to only do some print ads, limited by 60-second commercial or 2D, that kind of format. So it's really exciting and interesting going on.
So by now you must be thinking, well, what about the marketers? And how do sessions like this influence the end game? Tom Bernardin.
Our model as a creative agency is really what clients are after these days. More and more, it's kind of back to the future if you think about it, because clients are wanting to come to one place to get all of the needs that they have from a creative standpoint. So this is why we invest so heavily, obviously, in the digital talent, but in the shopper marketing area, where we have grown significantly around the world in shopper marketing, and where we have design as an important component of the agency, and events, all these things coming together. Clients are wanting to go to one place. Clients would like to go back to having media, in agencies. Some clients would, that I've talked to. That won't happen. It exists in some markets and in some agencies. But I tell you what does need to happen, and will happen, is having media planning in the creative developmental process. Because obviously we have to have these planners with all the social media and technology that's available to us to help us in the creative development phase.